Welcome to the ICSGroup video series. Today we're talking about maintaining compliance diligence during a pandemic. Employees at many asset management firms are finding themselves working from home, which comes with its many distractions. The change in environment should not mean a change in work processes, although unfortunately it usually does. Although we're experiencing an uncertain time, one thing is certain. The SEC examiners are still hard at work enforcing its regulations and ensuring the protection of investors. There will be little leniency for missteps, cut corners, or compliance violations, particularly those that are detrimental to investors. So what can CCOs do to help maintain the efficacy of their firm's compliance programs during this time? First, communicate. Communicating clearly about compliance procedures and keeping compliance policies and procedures top of mind for employees is critical. Working from home while juggling distractions of children, parents, household chores, they can take us out of our normal routine. Communicating often will help keep employees on track with compliance procedures and their compliance accountabilities. Second, check in with your team. A random call to check in to see how things are going and to discuss any challenges employees may be having is great for business. Remember, employees are no longer able to just walk into your office and discuss a compliance issue or a question that they may have. So pick up the phone, check in, and keep the lines of communication open. Third, pay attention to social media. Now more than ever, LinkedIn is a professional playground for social interaction and camaraderie as we all physically isolate. Whenever there is increased communication, there is always a risk of running afoul of social media policies, the advertising rule, or general prudent communication practices. Remind your teams about the firm's social media policies. Increase your surveillance of employees' LinkedIn activity to head off any potential issues. 4, increase cyber alerts. Cyber attacks are on the rise during this pandemic. Phishing attempts that may not have worked previously are catching people off guard. Email requests to reroute checks or electronic payments sound like a natural consequence of all the changes that are occurring. Now more than ever, your team needs to keep cybersecurity at top of mind. Remind them to never click a link from someone they do not know personally. And even then, they'd want to check to confirm that the email is truly from that person. There's a lot going on these days. Our roles as a CCO is a tough one. Make sure that you're keeping in touch with your team, you're tracking their compliance, and staying in touch with them to make sure that they can stick to the compliance program through the pandemic. This has been an ICSGroup video series. We'll see you next time.